Hey, good morning. All right, so gonna get back to it today. Shoulders, 85%, 80%. Still kind of sore. I can move them. Um, what I really think it was that injured my shoulders, but didn't even injure them so much as strained them, is that I think it's those power presses, explosive presses. I think it's the same thing as when you go sprinting. Okay, so you work out a lot, you're pretty strong, you can run. I can run long distances. But I don't sprint. So if I go out to the track and I do some heavy, so I'm going to do 10 100s and 5 200s and a couple of 400s, and maybe not in that order, but however I decide to do it, those hard presses will almost inevitably leave me extremely sore, if not potentially strain just because I never sprint. Now, of course, you stretch and you warm up, and hopefully that doesn't happen injury-wise, but you're going to be sore because you don't use those muscles. And I think I haven't really been doing these explosive lifts. They push really hard, and so we've been doing these clean presses, and then you're trying to go for explosiveness and try to get those hard pushes. And I think that's what's straining my shoulder. That's why the odd shoulder hurt. That's why this one hurt. They were hurting in the same spot. I don't think they were injured in the sense of tendons or anything. I think they were just, I muscle strained them. And that required a longer recovery than expected. Now keep in mind, pretty much all workouts, all muscle breakdown is a muscle strain. But it's not officially like an injury slash problem unless the recovery takes longer than expected. So you haven't torn a muscle so bad that your body can't fix it in a couple of days. Usually all workouts just break down the muscles a little bit, and your body recovers, gets protein, gets them built back up. So you get enough protein in there, and you can usually recover within a couple of days. But if the muscles are hurting bad enough that after a couple of days they're still hurt, you've probably got a muscle strain after 3 days or so. In that sense, you probably should let the muscle recover. So I kind of gave most of last week off to my shoulders. They still hurt. Not as bad as they did. They've recovered a lot. Um, but I'm a little concerned about today, so I'm going to go cautious. Cautiously approach it. Cautiously optimistic about getting through it. But I also need to find a machine. Today, the way they do Athleanx, I'm going to repeat day 64 because it's Monday. And I want to start the week over. Even right now, I sit here and my shoulders like, I'm still not happy. It's like this motion that hurts. It's like the one. And so anytime I move my shoulder in an upward motion like that, that's when that muscle kind of tweaks. So we'll see. I don't know how that's gonna affect me. I see that my chat is still doing the disconnect reconnect thing. I connected to the Wi-Fi here at Alec Fitness to see if that's better. Hopefully, it won't disconnect and reconnect constantly like it usually does. So we're going to see. The first part of this workout isn't as much shoulder. It's mostly legs. I think it's squats and what do you call it? Hip raises. Hip bridges. So we got is this called Burly Workout 1? It is. Huh, I didn't even remember that we started on the floor here. Bench rows, dumbbell rows, deadlift. Huh. I didn't even remember. So we did this once before. Huh. Didn't even remember, I guess. All right, so let's go get this done. I'm starting on the bench with some dumbbell bench press. Oh yeah, I think this is the one I tried to do on a holiday. Yeah, that I was having trouble just finding stuff I was trying to do stuff with the billion people here. Now there's still quite a bit of people, but I think I can probably find the stuff I need to. Not as bad. So we're going to be going between bench press, dumbbell rows, and deadlift. we're supposed to go to failure on the dumbbell rows with the same weight that we do bench press with. Now I can do a lot more weight on dumbbell bench press than I can with the dumbbell rows. So I'll have to pick a weight that allows me to even do so. One of the biggest problems for me, where I'm doing 5 to 6 rep max. Jeez. And then I gotta do deadlifts. So I gotta figure out if I can get a bench next to I don't know, this is hard. Some of these just aren't meant for gyms with people in them. If you don't own your own private gym, some of these workouts are just not designed for the average Joe here. Public gyms are, because for one, it kind of requires you to monopolize the equipment, which is bad. You're not supposed to do that. Having a bench, and I don't even know if there's a free bench. Alright, so well, let's see how this goes. I am going to start it's going to be tricky. Let's just start off with what I can do. We'll do the bench first. Let's do 80. It's not my 5 to 6 rep max, but I don't think I have the strength to do more with those. And we'll grab a couple light ones to warm up with. So you can see that this workout is not built for everybody the same. Some people are going to be able to do more than others with the rows. Alright, better. I do feel like my shoulders are kind of confining. I see somebody who took the machine. I was going to use the legs. Yeah. Good 80 pounds. It's just too hard. Can't do these kind of workouts with the public gym, man. Sorry, Athleanx, you're giving people stuff to do that just doesn't play out at a busy public gym. Doesn't matter how big it is. Uh, let's see, I did 20 those. Did 21. Oh, so I can't do deadlift because all the machines are taken. So I think what we're going to have to do is makeshift. You can't do a superset using deadlift. They only have 3. No, they have those other machines. But one can't do deadlift very well on 3 of them because they're the supported bar one. So the 3-bar ones are not. The 3-bar ones are taken, so you can't use them. Alright, so we're gonna have to make do. So let's go for this. Let us do these two. We'll do a superset using just the deadlift and or just the bench and the deadlift, and then we'll go try and do whatever else I can do. Like I said, this place is just not designed for. And this is a big LA Fitness. I mean, there's ton of stuff here. I just don't know what else I could do to replace deadlift. Well, they have a cable row deadlift. You can always substitute types of deadlift. But again, that's nowhere near me. That's the other side of it. So I'd have to do it. All right, let's just do these. We'll go back and forth between these two. It's the same one, 5 to 6 rep max. 2 failure on the rows. Use same weight from previous exercise. I don't know how many 80s I can do. 160 is quite a bit. I'll be lucky if I can do 3 or 4. That's just 4 rounds. So we'll see how that goes. Yes. Okay. All right. You'll have to let me know if I am not on camera because I don't know. Well, reaching failure on the rows is easy. I could probably do another 5 or 6, or 10 on the row on the bench press, but oh well. 60. I did 10, I think. That's probably a good number to stop at. Did 6. I know, I'm supposed to be 4 to fit rep max, but my rows and my bench press do not line up that way. You can't even, to be honest, I don't even think I can do a 5 to 6 rep max on the dumbbell press because I can't lift that much weight with my hands. My hands aren't strong enough to lift a 100 pounder or 200 come at wrist strength. That's why I usually do that stuff on the bench press. Maybe I skipped legs. I did extra legs last time. I'll throw in some wrist work today. Start working on these wrists. All right. It's only 3 exercises. I could do deadlift with dumbbells. There's an option. Probably just as good. Try some deadlifting. I know I'm talking pretty quiet today. I apologize for that. You can hear me, so you know I'm talking too quiet. Sometimes it's kind of a... Like I said, I can't turn on pass-through on my headset, which is annoying. I think it's the Streamlabs. It's broken. It works weird. Another drawback to doing deadlift. Sorry, my phone keeps going off, so I have to keep picking it up. I gotta turn on my wk10. It's an app called Wakey. Keeps the phone from going to sleep. Alright. So if you do deadlift and rows, and you're trying to carry the weight to the bench, it's going to put a lot of stress on the wrist, which means that's going to be harder and harder to do these sets. Let's go on to the second set. Alright, round 2. Left hand's losing it. So goes my... Hey man, how you doing, man? I don't know, trouble with that. Grippy. Picking up these heavy weights on deadlift and on rows. My left hand is just not keeping up with me. So I'm gonna probably skip leg day because I did legs 3 times last week because I couldn't do shoulders. So I was trying to just avoid them. So I'm gonna do all the shoulder work today, and in place of legs, I'm gonna do wrist. Kind of really work my wrists today. Try to strengthen them up some. It's gonna take a while, obviously not one day, but I gotta start doing more wrist stuff because the weights I do are getting out of range of my grip. There's a number of things you can do, like farmer's carry, grip rolls, wrist curls. All that stuff will help strengthen up the ability to hold the weight. And do some of that. But first, let's try and get some deadlifting. Which is a little legs, I know. But I'm not doing squats. Honestly, I'm lifting 80, 90 pounds on each arm. My left hand is just really struggling to hold that weight. How are you doing today, Imagine Joy? Like you prefer joy or imagine? Or short? Or you want to be Imagine Joy? That's about that. 160. 10 again. I think I did 6 without dropping it. I did dumbbell. I'm doing dumbbell deadlift. But there's no substitution thing on this one, which is also bad. I think they should always have the option of substitutions. Because sometimes you have to substitute. When you're trying to use a gym that's got 1,000 people in it, I can't use any of the barbell machines right now for bench press or deadlift. Or I guess deadlift I could do in the middle of the room. There's a kind of an opening over here. But I'm doing it with the barbells. It's good enough. I just can't do the reverse grip, which helps me to hold more weight. What I call switch grip. One hand faces out, one hand faces in. It helps, and it plus lets my right hand support the left hand a little bit more. It's alright. Sometimes you just gotta do what you can do. That's how working out does. If you want to use a public gym, you don't have do what you want when you want to do it. Athleanx is not, I'm telling you right now, it's not meant for public gyms. It says, hey, anybody, if you've got a national gym membership, you've got all the stuff you need. One of the things he says, it's not true. Don't expect it to be true. And trust me, if you've got a gym with any number of regular people, you won't be able to do your workouts the way you're supposed to. Because you might get a few of them in some days if it's a slow gym or it's not a very popular area and the gym steadily, you know. But if you've got a busy gym, a lot of days you're going to be scrambling to try to get in those weights, especially when they want you to monopolize weights. You can't do it. Basically, that means like have your weight sitting on a deadlift machine and on a bench. You shouldn't do it, and you can't do it. A lot of times, if you walk away from a deadlift from a barbell machine, it's going to disappear. Somebody's going to take it before you get back. And like this one requires you to have, free weights, dumbbells, and then turn around and go back to a deadlift machine. Good luck. There's only 3 machines here, 3 bars, and they're full a lot. So if you get a chance to get on one, you don't want to leave it. And that means you can't be doing something on a bench. So sort of hard. So unless you're going to do like I'm doing right now, substitute my deadlift with a barbell deadlift, you may not have the option to do anything else. So just letting you know, man. All right, last set. Last set of this anyway. Plus, getting these up on for a bench press, you almost have to be able to curl them. Curling 90 pounds per arm, not one of my strengths. So I did 12. And I try to do them really slow, just so that I can maximize the muscle use out of them, because they're just not heavy enough to be 5 to 6 rep max. All right, let's try some deadlift. Says do those to muscle failure. Sorry, I probably wasn't on camera. It's hard to do. Probably wasn't was because of muscle failure. It's go to grip failure for me. After about 5, I just falter. My fingers start opening up and going, I'm done here. And I'm like, no, one more time. You know what? I'll just do 4 sets of these, dang it. 160. 4 times. I thought I was, oops. See. I haven't done my deadlift yet either. 160. Thought I did 4 times. Sucks. It's like I've always had left grip issues since forever. Since I was 20, my left hand can never keep up with my right. I think it's gotten stronger over the years, but it's proportional, right? So I get stronger, they get stronger, everything gets stronger, but it's not catching up or keeping up with my the weights I'm lifting. I'm getting up, a lot of the weights I'm doing deadlift and squats and bench press. That's not too much wrist because your wrists are just kind of holding the weight in. But still, my weights are starting to get up 250 plus, and that's just a marker, 250, 300. And it's just excessive of what I can do. Right now, anyway, I got to start working on those side things. And I need to take a couple weeks and just see if I can focus on the wrist. All right. Well, I got through that one, but now I gotta do another set because I forgot I have 4, not 3. And 6, 6 maybe. I really lose it on that one. I was literally about to drop it. My left foot's like all panicky. It's like, go, don't let go, don't let go, go. No, he stopped. My left toe won't have to be crushed today. I do try to stop before dropping the weights on my foot. But I will say this, I'm very cautious about not doing uh, a sumo stance. I want my toes pointing forward and my knees going forward. So if I do drop the weight, it drops straight down. If you're doing a sumo stance, your toes are sticking out and your knees go out. And if you drop the weight, baby toes is going to the hospital. Not generally, I can put the weight down before I drop it. I mean, even if my hand is losing it, I can quickly put the weight down. At the very least, kind of push it out of the way. But there is that sudden risk if the hand just goes, nope, I'm done, all at once. Well, at least by the 4th set, it's starting to feel challenging. So sort of. Right. Dumbbell rows. See how many I can get in here. How many will my left hand let me do? Oh, 4. That's how many. It'll let me do 4. You know, at a glance, that morning, bud, with the exclamation point, 2 exclamation points, from, from a few feet back, kind of looks like morning butt. I'm like, what? What are you calling me, man? Why are you calling me that? Thank you, one of the silly things. Right. Down to the next. Finally done with that. Well, I haven't done the deadlift part. I gotta do something else. I gotta feel this strength up. I complain about it and then I don't do anything about it. It's time for me to do something about it. So they say go to failure on the rows. I don't know if there's a way for me to go to failure on the rows. Actually, on the rows, because rows is a grip thing no matter what I do. I can go to failure on the rows, I guess, if I do light enough weights, because it's like my forearms have decent stamina. So like, if I'm doing a weight that they're well within their range, it'll last longer than the big muscles. Big muscles don't have the same level of stamina as my wrist. Now, I can't do, but that means is if it's out of their range though, it saps up all that extra stamina. Stamina. Right. See, but I have to take a break between the deadlift or I won't get any done. I'll be zero. All right, wrist. Come on, last deadlift. Last deadlift for the day. Six is definitely the limit for that hand. Even when I was intensely focused. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? I did a garage sale. Sold about $200 worth of junk. Well, trash to me is another man's treasure, right? Sold an old lawnmower. Wasn't that old, a few years. It was an electric mower. I just upgraded it to a new electric mower. And then some old computer parts. My son upgraded his computer and had some parts that were still functional. It just wasn't a full computer, so people bought it. And now, see, I get off topic. Has nothing to do with working out, right? And I did session 0. There's gaming, which isn't this stream necessarily, but session 0 with my son is going to run a D&D campaign. All right, so now we're on to the next circuit. There's only 3 in this circuit. Some lunges, some presses, and some flies. Okay, I could probably do this. I think there's a couple of bars open. Oh, there's 1 bar open. If I don't wait too long, I can maybe get on it. So we can put these weights away and grab me some lateral raise stuff, and we'll be over there. So this one is a 3-set superset. I'm gonna try to see if I can do this without the brakes, which I'm really bad at doing. So we got barbell overhead press, reverse barbell lunges, and dumbbell side. So we're supposed to do the same weight on the lunges as you do on the overhead press. Doing 12 rep max. I don't know what my 12 rep max is on this. Probably 110 maybe. Try to look for 2.5s. And I thought about going just to 115, but I don't know if I can do 12. Plus, I'm not warming up. Plus, my shoulders, I don't want to overdo it. I got to do 3 sets of this. To try and do them nonstop. So essentially, this one, I'll be doing elbow press, put it down, put it on my shoulders, start doing some lunges. Lunges are supposed to be to failure. I don't know if I'm alternating or not, but I probably will. I'll just go until either side feels like it's done. Now I gotta do lateral raise, which I think I have to do 12. And I picked the weight, 22.5, so that's 45 pounds. And let's get going. This is the one that's going to test my shoulder. If it hurts too much, I may not be able to do it. Let's see. I have 3 sets of this. Let's see if I can get it done in 2, 4, 6. 3, 6, 9. With 15 minutes. All right, 15 minutes is the goal. On my marks. Let's see how long it takes. I'm actually going to set a separate timer just to see if I can get through this thing. Get through one of these things in 15 minutes. Let's do this. Hey TDL, how you doing? Good. Got rid of failure. Not there yet. Just know I've done too many. Good. 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 Yeah. Good. Close enough. I haven't been in 10 days. Falling off. Shoulder's not 100%, but it's a lot better than it was last week. So I'm giving it a go. Oops. I'm not supposed to be breaking until I do this next one. I don't remember how many I'm supposed to do. I think it's 12. I want to say it's 12. Eight, 9, 10, 11, All right, so 3 minutes, about what I hoped. 3:16 is about my goal. I get a minute, about 90 seconds. I think it's supposed to be 90 seconds to 2 minutes for rest. I timed it for 2. I planned for 2. So that means I can go to 5. Let's see, probably will burn me out a lot more, and maybe I'll actually get more out of this. Unlike the last superset, which puts bench press ahead of dumbbell rows and says do more, do rows to failure, my chest is a lot stronger than my back. I can't do as many rows as I can do presses, and it's by a lot. So if I do a bench press, I can't even lift up the dumbbells I need to do dumbbell presses at 5 to 6 rep max, because I would have to pick up like 120s on my wrist. I can barely lift those. And I certainly can't row 240. I can't lift that. I can't even lift those up at all. I think my max on a row, a barbell row, is around 200. So, and then my wrist is even weaker. My max on my wrist is by itself, when it has to hold weight by itself, is maybe 100. So doing 5 to 6 reps, it's totally broken to go from chest to failure on the rows, because I can barely even get the weight, get any done on that second one. On this, it's the reverse. I'm doing shoulder press, overhead press. Oops, gotta get to work. Let me do another set. Overhead press followed by lunges. And my lunges, my legs are way stronger than my shoulders. This is definitely, when you don't stop between, it's a lot of cardio. Really, I've only done 10 of these so far. Per leg. 12. Yes. Good. 20's pretty. 20's good enough. Lateral raises. About 3 minutes again. Doing good. Rest till 10. Do my third set. I only have to do 3 sets in this. All right, let's see. D&D was cool. D&D was Thursday and Saturday. My son's gonna run a D&D campaign, and Saturday was our session 0 for that campaign. I don't know if we're gonna do that. Probably won't stream that one though, unless it's a single camera thing, because it's gonna be at his place. So we'll see. I'll have to ask everybody if they're all right with it. It's a slightly different group. Let's log this. So the 110. 12 times. 13 times. I have no idea. I think I did that. 20. 110. I think about the same. 20 on both. Well, it definitely got me working. Sweating like a dog. No problem with starting in the sauna. You're warm pretty much at the get-go. Let's see. 35. 12. 35. Oh. All right. One more set. Where am I at? Oh, time's about up. I did it. I think I'm going to get done in 15 minutes. Because the 2-minute rest on this one will be going to the next set. Probably shouldn't have given myself that last 2 minutes in the 15-minute calculation, but it's all right. As long as I do the rest right. Went to 15. I want to push myself a little bit more. All right. Now for these things, which are really, these are the cardio part. Your heart really gets going big, use the big muscles. Close enough. Burn down. Battle always. Yes. Really thirsty. 13. Okay. I don't even know what the next round of exercises is, but I know there's only 2 sets, 2 supersets. Right, so overhead press. So I actually get a play in this other D&D campaign, and unfortunately, they're starting over. He was running another one, but one of his friends that he was, that he had in the campaign moved away, and he didn't want to continue that same campaign for whatever reason, because we were adding people, different people. So they're starting over. So they're starting up. They've never done this before. Beginners. So he wants to have us all start at level 1, but we wanted to use our same character, sort of. So 2 people just re-leveled their character back down, changed them up a little bit. Same character though. 15. And then, well, what I did, I decided to take a slightly different tack. I wanted my same character, but I didn't want to lower my other one down. So what I did is I created a relative of his. So my guy's a relative, so his plot hook's going to be he's looking for his brother. So then he meets up with these other 2 who are from the other group to try to locate him. He's going to join him while he's, I don't know, I think I did roughly 20 on this one too. Okay, I think I did 20. I'm giving myself credit for 20. Maybe even did more. But I lost track. Once you start getting rid of those high numbers, I stop paying attention. I just go into whatever. I did 13. Even though I had some pauses in the middle, I still did 13. All right. 2 sets. Plyo push-ups, pull-ups, and dead row. All right. So this is 2 more grip things. Plyo pull-ups. I'm not going to do dead row. I'm going to work on my grip. I'm going to do some grip stuff. I got to decide what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to put my weights away. I'll be right back. So the goal is, what I'm going to do is, I guess I'm going to try and use this rack over here, because it's got pull-up. Plyo push-ups. Plyo pull-ups. Plyo push-ups. I'm trying to think how I can get in some wrist stuff and still be all close, keep everything close together. If I'm going to stick wrist, to me, wrist will work good in the placement of dead row, because that's very much a a wrist thing, just not doing the row, and I want to have it focused slowly on trying to get the wrist stronger. So I'm going to do that. But the question is, how can I work this out so I don't have to go a million miles away to do each of these? All right, we'll do it right here. Because then I can quickly switch over to oops. 22 sets of this, so it should go fairly quick. 8 o'clock, 2 sets. If I go all the way through them, usually about less than a minute per, but I give myself a minute per. So it's 4 minutes with 2-minute rest in the middle between the two things. It's only 7 minutes. So I should be done by 8:10 at the latest on this set. Then I still have one more thing to do. It's a 1. So 8:15 probably by the time I'm all said and done. All right. I forgot what one of these is plyo pull-ups. One of them is plyo push-ups. I forgot which one's first. Plyo chin-ups is secondary. These are explosive reps, which just means you're supposed to be able to hop off of them. I don't even think it tells you how many to do on any of this stuff. Yeah. Explosive reps, I don't know. Explosive reps, I think, are supposed to mean once you can no longer do it explosively, then you're done. So it's like if I'm doing plyo push-ups and then I'm doing plyo pull-ups. So this is going to be interesting. All right. So plyo push-ups, plyo pull-ups, and then I'll switch over there and do some wrist stuff. So any plyo push-up is an explosive push-up, but so we can't do it anymore. You probably can't even tell I'm doing explosive because my hands aren't going higher than this. Explosive chin up. Only 10 of those. Probably could have done more of that. My elbows are really sore. Alright, let's do some grip stuff. Be right back once we have some 60s. Change my mind, only 70s. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do a few sets of these. This is going to make me take longer than the 7 minutes. But it's important thing to do is get them done. So I'm going to do some grip rolls. Show you what those are. So grip rolls, you hold your weight straight down, and you just open your fingers and you curl them back up. Now I'm going to start with my left hand, and then I'm going to go to my right hand, because my left hand's the weakest. And I'm just going to do as many as I can on one side. I'll do that same number on the other side. All right. This is 70 pounds. It's pretty heavy for a grip roll. Now there's also wrist curls, which are similar, but you keep your hand and gripping it, holding it tight, and then you're just curling. Now you can do it like this. You could even do it straight on like this. Either way, it's the same basic thing. This just gives you a little bit more depth, so you have to lift it like this is the resting space. So you have to lift all the way through. Whereas if you do it straight, resting is straight down, so you only have forward to lift. But this is probably better for your wrist, because when you're in this state, it's not a good state for your wrist to be in when it's heavy. So it's better to be straight down, keeping that wrist straight, and you're doing curls like this. But if you want to put anterior resistance on the back of your wrist, you try to curl backwards like that. But your natural state is straight, which is the natural state for your wrist, instead of having all that weight sitting on your hand like this. Plus with this, you can't do an anterior wrist. So let's start with left. Do some grip rolls first. But just like I said, just let your fingers extend and then you bring it back up as many times as you can. And my wrists are pretty tired, so I may not have that many in. We'll see. And 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see how much easier it is for my right hand. 12 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I had maybe 1 or 2 more in me, but it was still easier to get to 12. 12 on this one was struggling. All right, so let's go and do a couple of wrist spreads and switch back to the other side. This just holds the weight. Give myself a quick 30-second break or so, and we'll switch over and just try to curl it. Now, it took about 20 seconds to do the right side, so 30 seconds, close to a minute rest. All right, so let's see if I can get some curls in here. So anterior curls, the reverse curls, this is too heavy for me to do that. I maybe can get part of one. Typically, you would use a lighter weight for those. Like if you want to go back and forth, do like for me, probably 30, 20 pounds lighter at least. It's way easier. Way easier on the right side. Now if you really want to, support your arm, put your elbow up against your leg. That'll help you to not try to avoid the curling aspect. You don't want to do this. You're trying to keep your hand straight as much as possible. Leave that pressure on the wrist to lift the weight. All right. Wrist curls. Yeah, we do farmer carries. The other thing I do is a grip hold, which you just hold the weight as long as you possibly can. I usually do 90 pounds. I can do about 30 seconds. Uh, I don't know how long I could do 100. Probably at this point, not very many. But let's do the next set. Let's do some more finger uh, grip, grip curls or finger curls, what do you call it. Next set. 9, 10, maybe 11. Do some wrist curls and see what I got. We'll burn out the wrist today. I should be doing my plyo push-ups, but my elbows are really sore. I don't know, they're just sore from something, probably from exercise. They're irritated. Leave us alone, man. You're torturing us. I actually took Sunday off. I didn't do any exercise. It wasn't on purpose. I got up too late. I had things to do. Nope. Yeah, maybe 9. Maybe. Fingers are not good. You need to get a good stretching after you've done this, guys. One more set. I don't remember what the third set of or the final thing was. Something. Something. I'm doing this as a substitution for deadlift today. Well, not deadlift, dead row. I believe the only difference between dead row and regular row is you rest the weight on the ground. It's dead before you lift it back up. That's all I can figure is why it's called a dead row versus a regular barbell row. The regular barbell row, you don't put the weight down. A dead row, you put it on the ground. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's the difference. Yeah, a little bit more leg in it than a typical. Who's calling me? 866. That's a toll-free call. Yeah. Oops, I missed that call. Toll-free call. Somebody's trying to sell me something at 8:10 in the morning. Voicemail. Oh, Rocket Mortgage. I tell them to stop. I just refinanced last year with Rocket Mortgage, but they still call me back constantly and say, "Oh, we got a deal for you. If you switch to a 30-year, you could save blah, blah, blah." I purposely did 15 so I could pay this stupid thing off. Oh, but we could combine all your other debts. It's like, I don't want my other debts combined. I want to pay off my stupid house. Leave me alone. All right, 25 per arm. Right hand got there quicker. I did do 25. All right. Ah, see, sensei. Yes, that hurts. My golfer's elbow's acting up on the right side. Let's go ahead and do some curls. Wrist curls, that is. Gonna burn out these wrists, man. Wrists, you need to get stronger. This is getting to be ridiculous. Don't have much in me. So there is a slight difference in what the wrist curl and the grip roll is going to do. The grip roll focuses on the strength, the muscles in the hand. Yes, when you're holding, you're using those muscles in the hand, but not as they're able to lock a little bit more. So you're just really working on the holding the weight. The wrist curl focuses on movement strength, so it's going to be a lot more of the wrist muscle, not just the hand. And it's better for it's good for curls, giving your wrist support. The wrist curls are good for what do you call it, arm wrestling. So if you do arm wrestling, really focus on those wrist curls. You really want those wrist and shoulders, all about arm wrestling. But a really strong wrist can really dominate. You don't necessarily have to have a super strong grip in arm wrestling. So their grip may or may not be great. Doesn't matter. They're working on their wrist. So they got Popeye wrists. A lot of those guys. That's what they focus on. I've never been great at arm wrestling because my wrists aren't great. So I need to strengthen them up. But that said, I gotta lug these 70 pounds. So time to do some more fun. Let's lug them back to it.